I actually sat at a table with a couple of guys from P&G last night, and as soon as I find out I was from Coke, the first thing they said, and they were Indian guys, they were like, Coke Studios, my favorite thing about you guys. It was just like out of the gate. So that's the kind of stuff that we do that you would never associate with us, and unless you're watching TV in those markets or listening to the radio in those markets, you wouldn't be aware of. But that is a totally different way to associate Coke with something with deep cultural meaning for the people in those markets.
And so obviously the type of programming would necessitate the professionals that know the language, know the culture, are on the ground. Is this something that Coke has a stable of professionals that they go to for, you said Pakistan? Yeah, Pakistan, South Africa. I mean, are you sending in people from Europe and the U.S.?
So in Philippines, Malaysia will probably go off later this year or next. So here's the crazy thing about Coke, and this should be probably preference everything I say or we speak about. We're a very, very, very decentralized company. It's not like there's somebody on top saying, I'm going to make a music program, and here are 5 markets, raise your hand, and let's go do this. It's very, very organic. So when these things, these little initiatives pop up around the world, things that are very successful are like, okay, that's working well. What is it about that? Who else wants to replicate this? What's the magic? What's the pixie dust that's resonating with everybody? And let's find a way to export that. Let's find a way to make something new out of that and scale it that way. So it's very kind of bottom up, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so you're really reliant upon the people on the ground at that point. It's just the magic that comes from them. Entirely. So it almost sounds like you're putting more trust in the professionals that are there, which makes me think about what, Mark, you were talking about earlier, which is how brands have had to change their review process. It's no longer a Corona commercial where all of the entire agency goes to sit on the beach in Tulum to review the shoot. You can't do that anymore.
Death by 10 creative directors.
I've actually done that. That's why.
Yeah, we've really had to look at everything. I mean, you have the production aspect of it, which everyone's trying to get really to be efficient, and how do you scale that? Which is one part of the puzzle, but there's a responsibility and accountability on the brand side as well. We have to create efficient ways of reviewing material, of how our process works inside our building. As we work with partners like, say, Ashley, and we're looking at content, reviewing it, approving it, etc., you can't approach it like the old days of advertising where you have 25 people in a room looking at things frame by frame. You'll never get it to the speed of consumer. So we really jump pretty quickly on our end to look at stuff. We have a very small group of folks who are empowered to be able to make those decisions and get them published. We use a line called publish or perish, which means get it out quick and know what you want and trust the process and trust the people who are doing it. If you put those systems in place, especially the larger the company the more beneficial that type of process is because of the amount of content. Good things will happen. It's all part of the relationships that you have. But I'm a big advocate that the responsibility just isn't on the production process, but it really is on the brand process as well to go into this new content world we're going into.